Alright, let's go. Hey. Amira and Bryce were still outside as Remy approached the two of them. Oh, Remy's here as well. How's it going? Here's the case files. Alright. Oshio and then officer, what's this about? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I'm supposed to not be here now. Enlighten me, why has my order not been carried out? The portal is broken. Yeah, looks like someone tampered with it and stole parts. I couldn't even get the interface to turn on. We'll check it out once I'm done here. I suppose I've got to stay for a little longer after all. I suppose I have. Seeing as how this is an emergency situation, I will make this short. Chief, as a result of your carelessness regarding Maverick and Reza, you are temporarily removed from any duties related to the humans. Given these dangerous times, you will instead serve as my personal escort until further notice. Considering the circumstances, you will be allowed to coordinate the investigation of the portal, but after that, you are to immediately return to me to start your new task. Is this understood? Gotcha. Alright, we're all dismissed. She turned to leave, Remy trailing after her. Alright, let's head back to the portal. This includes me. Alright. I guess I'm tagging along. Out the corner of my eye, I spotted a sheet of paper on the ground. What's this? Is it a clue? Emma probably dropped it. Alright, it's one of the case files, either her or her assistant. You better bring that to us. Sebastian and I should hurry to the portal, meet us there afterwards. These guys are way too trusting. Okay. I picked up the sheet and started reading. It was about what happened when I reset the portal. Of course, it didn't say anything I didn't already know. As I walked up the stairs, I wondered if it was okay for an unauthorized person to enter the building. All I knew about the place was that Emma worked there. I did have an important document that was going to be missed, so I walked inside, only to be greeted by an empty lobby. Luckily, there were some signs directing me to Emma's office. It didn't take long to find it, and I heard voices when I approached the door. Okay, what happened to the scroll you brought me this morning? The last time I saw it, it did not have that tear. I dropped it. What? Tell me something new for once. Okay, someone else dropped it. That might have been me. Yeah, that might have been me. Am I supposed to believe that? Remy, are you aware how much this thing costs? Repairing and replacing artifacts is not cheap. I'm afraid we've got to deduct this from your wage again. I see. Alright. You're not doing this on purpose, are you? No. You've been working for me for a long time now. I expected you to learn at some point, but you're very resistant to do so. I don't want to listen any longer. I'm gonna knock. Yo, what's up? Stop trashing Remy. He's a kind of cool dude. There's a few seconds of silence. Yo, come in. I only opened the door long enough to hand Remy the sheet of paper. I think he dropped this outside. After I closed the door and started to walk away, I heard the voices resume. This is from one of the case files you requested. You must have dropped it. Then why was it left outside? As my assistant, you should have paid more attention. If this got into the wrong hands, someone could get in trouble. Wow, poor old Remy. He's got it rough. Okay, back at the portal. I made my way back to the portal and arrived shortly after Bryce and Sebastian. Well, I can confirm that it's not turning on. I told you that already. I just wanted to be sure. Alright. You really think it would still work if a chunk was ripped out of it? Hey, I'm not an engineer. We don't know how it works. It was worth another go. Alright, how's it going? What do you make of this? I'm afraid I don't know any more than you do. I'm not an engineer either. In that case, we should start thinking about the who and the when. There are patrols assigned to the portal and surrounding area day and night. If someone tampered with the portal, they must have seen something. Today's day patrol didn't notice anything unusual though. I guess she just missed the part of the portal being vandalised. It'd be easy to overlook. It's a small part of the machine, and it's not like she was expected to check every square inch of it with each lap around the area. What about the night patrol then? When I went over the reports this morning, I noticed the night patrol hadn't handed theirs in yet. And who was that? Let me think. The schedule always goes in a certain order, so last night would have been... Damn, what's that? The night patrol last night would have been for Maverick. I got wrapped up in all the recent chaos and forgot to find a replacement for him when he went on sick leave. Bryce, get your shit together. Maybe Emma was right to take me off the case. So there's no night guard there at all last night. Yeah, that's right, whoever it was had an easy time doing whatever they wanted. Could it have been Maverick? If he knew no one was going to be here, he could have used that knowledge to his advantage. He couldn't have known that I'd forgot to find a replacement though. I don't usually slip up like this. What about Reza? Why'd he have done it? He'd be cutting off his only way out. No, he'd be doing something smart. If he has the part needed to get the portal working again, he's in control of who gets to use it. He's cutting off our ability to communicate with mankind. We wouldn't be able to inform them of Reza's actions either. That's a good point. Maybe we shouldn't have kept the investigation secret for this long. If your theory is true, that will be proof that Reza's actions are his own, not humanity's. Hey, I trust you on that already. Fair enough. Or it's a stunt to grant humanity plausible deniability. No way, things are too dire for the humans to take such an extraordinary risk, especially for that. I'm sure that wouldn't be the only reason they'd benefit though. There must be something we're not aware of. Maybe we're looking at this from the wrong angle. If no one was here to guard the portal, anyone could have broken it. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything to do with Reza or Maverick. But they still have the greatest motives, this is true. Sure, but they definitely aren't the only ones to have one. There could be a private group who are interested in the technology or its significance as a human artifact. So that puts us exactly nowhere. But at least as far as speculation is concerned, it's about time for forensics to show up anyway. Let's hope they can pull up some clues. Sebastian, can you take it from here? You've been just as dedicated to the case as I have. Since I'll have to be at the minister's side for a while, I'd like you to take charge. Thanks, Chief. I won't let you down. Yeah, Sebastian's on it. What's up with that anyway? Being appointed as Emra's bodyguard as punishment just seems strange to me. Are you kidding? I could have lost my job. This is a way better outcome. Honestly, she probably did it for her own sake more than anything else, but I'm not complaining. Also, she can keep an eye on you. If that's all, I'm going to head back. I shouldn't keep her waiting. Alright, bye. So what does that make you now? A temporary chief? More like a case leader. Okay, by the way, you don't need to stick around while forensics does their job. Thanks for your help. I'll assume you can find your way back. Alright, I've been sent away. See you later. See ya. Okay, I considered spending my free time roaming around the town, but decided that would be best to keep myself out of the spotlight. After cooking myself a rudimentary meal, I considered picking up another book, and the doorbell rang. Who dis? Welcome. Yo, what's up? It's been about 3 seconds. Do you want my help? We're just a small town police department, and with Bryce removed from the case, our resources are thinner than ever. Okay, what you got for me? First up is the primary witness at the latest murder. Damien, the victim's assistant. He was the one who found her body. Oh, this dude. A few things have changed since this morning, as we've got some additional information from forensics that warrants further questioning. I know you knew the victim personally. Not really, so you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'll leave the choice to you. You can find her assistant at the production facility. You seemed interested in that underground building found near the portal. I realise you might actually be able to help us with that. Since it's suspected to be of human origin, your opinion would be greatly appreciated. I guess I should add archaeologist to my resume then. Alright, maybe a human matters consultant would be more appropriate. Fair enough. Is it really okay for me to tamper with your priceless discoveries? Oh, you wouldn't actually go there in person. I just want you to take a look at the collected information in the archives and give us your opinion. Besides, no one is allowed to visit at the moment. The building is old and unusable, and there's a danger of it collapsing and flooding. Obviously, we don't want either of those things to happen. Flooding? Where is it? Oh yeah, it's underground, and we've determined that there's a rather large pocket of water surrounding it. Any kind of disturbance would endanger everything and everyone inside. I hope it doesn't come to that. Okay. We also located another witness for the latest murder. A store clerk reported seeing and hearing something, so it's probably worth to ask him a few questions as well. Got it. Here are all the details. Visit me in the department once you're done. No problem. It was interesting that they still relied on me for their investigations, even after they tried to send me back to my world. I didn't expect them to allow me to help with police matters after everything that's happened. Now that the possibility of sending me back was being eliminated, the advantages of having me on their side apparently outweighed the risks. What should I do? Okay, so we've got the production facility, which is about the Anna's murder, who I don't care about. You got police archives to look at the humanity of history and stuff, which might be interesting. And then you got the store, which was the shop. I'm gonna go to the police archives, I think. I was on my way to the police station when a voice called out to me. Hey you. I'm talking to you, human. What? Oh, who's this? I've not seen this guy before. Who are you? He looks moody. Oh, he looks a bit more gentle now. Can I help you? What's up? I certainly hope so. I'm in a little conundrum here. My cart seems to be stuck. Yeah, I can see that. I'm Katsuharu, by the way. Local ice cream vendor. Yeah, you've probably heard of me by now. I am Ushio. Of course, no problem. In any case, do you think you could spare some time to help me out? It might take a while though, so I hope you're not in a rush. Yeah, I'll help. I'm an ambassador for humanity. I've got to be seen as doing the right thing. Cheers. No, I already tried just putting it out, but I think the axle's going to break if I tried to do that again. It wasn't really in the best condition to begin with, honestly, and I heard a crack when I tried to put it out earlier. So, what's that to me? The cart is pretty heavy, so I'll be the one lifting it and holding the wheel steady so the axle doesn't break. Once I give you the signal, you start pulling, and hopefully that will do the trick. Okay. Grab the handles and wait for my signal. By the time I got into position, Katsuharu was already on the other side of the cart, getting dirty as he slowly lifted the affected corner of the cart out of the muddy hole. Go, Katsuharu. Is that your sign? Shall I start pulling now? Do it. Nah. I started pulling, but the cart turned out to be much heavier than I expected and didn't move. What are you waiting for? Do it already. I'm weak. I'm not a dragon. I pulled harder, but the cart still refused to budge. I mustered all my strength before I pulled as hard as I possibly could. Yeah, that's it. Slowly, the cart started moving, and after a few seconds, it was freed from the perilous clutches of the muddy puddle. With a dull thud, the dragon set the cart down again before he flopped on the ground, exhausted. Are you knackered? Yeah, we did it. Yeah, good job. Do you want me to call you for some help? No, I just need to rest for a minute, and maybe some ice cream. Yeah, I'll have some ice cream, and I'll be better in no time. There must be some pretty good ice cream. Yeah, you got no idea. You must have already heard people talking about my wonderful, unique ice cream experience. Not really. Where are my manners? I haven't even properly thanked you yet. Yes, I don't care. I insist. I won't be indebted to you for helping me. What's the plan then? You are hereby invited to join me for ice cream. As an ambassador, you owe it to yourself and humanity to try it. Maybe I do. Give me that ice cream. Well, I must get going for now. Here's my number. I'll get you that ice cream some other time. Cheers. Yeah, we helped Katsuharu. We got an achievement for that as well, so that's good. Before deciding my next move, I returned to my apartment for a moment of rest. A small piece of paper had been slipped under my door while I was gone. Don't go to the portal was all it said. I considered the possibility of a hidden message, but that was unlikely. The statement was blunt and quickly scrawled. Someone clearly didn't want me to go to the portal, but why would I go there in the first place? As it was out of order right now, such an action would serve no purpose. I looked outside the window, and the portal's faint silhouette in the distance. The paper rustled between my fingers as I fidgeted with it, wondering about the message's sender and significance. My train of thought was violently interrupted by a sharp burst of gunfire echoing from the portal. What the fuck? Gotta think fast. The gunshots ensured Reese's involvement. He was at the portal. Why? If this was his attempt to flee back to the human world, he would receive a rather unpleasant surprise the moment he would try to use the portal. Or maybe Sebastian's theory was correct, and Reese helped the part needed to repair the portal, in which case his escape could be imminent. The gunshots themselves were another question. Was someone trying to stop him? The police patrol may have seen him, and he may have been taken by surprise. This could be another murder in progress right now. But all of his murders were committed with a sharp weapon before now, not a gun. He didn't want to be heard. Besides, it was only early evening, and the town was still bustling. If Reza wanted to stay hidden, he was doing a rather poor job at it. Of course, there's also the possibility that he wanted to be heard, but who would he want to attract? The police? Maverick, more likely. It would easily be a trap for those hunting him, and that technically included me. though I wasn't sure if he knew of my involvement in the investigation. It was also a very real possibility that he knew my apartment was close enough to the portal to hear a gunshot. Could it be a signal? Regardless, the words I held in my hands were unmistakable. Do not go. What do I do? Okay. So what should I do? Yeah, let's call the police. Like, if you heard gunshots, what are you gonna do? Just run out? Are you stupid? Alright, call the police. Ultimately, I trusted the mysterious message. Remy's list of phone numbers, given to me when he brought me to the apartment in the first place, proved to be a valuable tool. I dialed the emergency line and was greeted by a calm voice asking me about my emergency. The gravity of the situation was understood, and I was advised to stay inside until further notice. A team was dispatched to deal with the situation while I waited. From my window, I tried to catch a glimpse of what was going on at the portal, but I couldn't see much. The dark of night was fast approaching. About an hour later, I was informed the team had searched the perimeter, though no trace of Reason was found. I was given the go-ahead to continue with my investigation, but I was free to stay where I was if I felt unsafe. Alright, that was weird. Okay. Police archives. That's what I wanted to do. Before the ice cream and the shooting and yeah. When I arrived at the station, I was met by the police archivist, a dragoness who introduced herself as Kalinth. Hi Kalinth, you're in luck. Bryce compiled all the case files a while ago. Ever since you came to our world, he seems to be a lot more interested in these human mysteries. I wonder if he's got something to do with me. Anyway, you can find all the files here. I'll leave the rest to you. Alright, cheers. Okay. Study the blueprint of the underground building near the portal. Yeah, someone's asked me to look at that. Play a prank. Are you mad? Study the blueprint. Yes. The blueprint of the building caught my attention. Apparently, it had been found during their cursory investigation within the building itself. At first glance, nothing about it stood out to me, but the more I studied it, the more the facts revealed themselves. Both of its entrances were freed and accessible by the people in charge. One was through a tunnel in the vicinity of the portal, and the other through a dig that cut through the town's sewer system. Bryce had scrawled a note near the second entry. It simply said, "Access via hatch. Button, button, counterclockwise." I'm gonna make a note. Where's my bit of paper? Yeah, so I've made a note of that. Button, button, counterclockwise. I don't know if I'll have to use it, but I've made notes in the past and they were useful. Furthermore, the data in the corner of the blueprint listed the structure as an independent living and research unit dated to the year 2047. Most interestingly, I recognised the name of the company that was listed. They were a well-established super company before our world's collapse, known for their advances in scientific fields and otherwise through the use of illegal loopholes and grey markets. They were very successful at what they did. Their facilities subverted laws and ethical issues by being in areas where such concerns were non-existent or could be made non-existent by paying off the right individuals. Okay, so here's the theory. Are the dragons in the distant future? Is this what this is implying? Because they're finding old relics from my time period. And yeah, okay, let's just have to see. Naturally, the products and applications of their research was usually fair game to be used and sold worldwide. They were only one of the companies involved in championing the teleportation technology that was about to take off on a grand scale before the solar flare changed everything. Of course, there were public worries regarding the untested long-term consequences of utilizing black holes in such technology. It was outlawed in certain countries due to these concerns, but lobbies in the private sector drove many of them to accept the tech in light of the boundless advantages offered. They were also big in medical security and weaponry fields. Their vast knowledge and close cooperation with their individual departments enabled them to make many breakthroughs. It seemed like they could do anything they set out to do. The nanomachines that became commonplace before the fall were, of course, their own product. No one was surprised that the tech failed under the radiation of the Iron Storm. Had the company behind it been more concerned about safety rather than profits, perhaps fewer lives would have been lost. Even though they weren't perfect, nanomachines had still increased the quality of life for many people. It was a new way of treating medical conditions, some of which were untreatable previously. They were also widely used for their performance-enhancing properties, for both day-to-day activities and to assist with dangerous jobs. Beyond that, the company had even branched into genetic engineering. Human hereditary diseases were becoming a thing of the past as they developed techniques to alter human life to its core. Ultimately, they had a hand in influencing every area of life on a global scale. It was unknown who was truly calling the shots, as their network of companies and names was vast. It was only one of their many ways to ensure their continued existence and avoid liability. Where they had been outlawed or their operations shut down, new companies with suspiciously similar products appeared practically overnight. However, no matter how big their empire was and how well they skirted the lines, they ultimately collapsed just like the rest of the world. That being said, how did this building make its way into the Dragon's world? Well, yeah, we have our suspicions. As I pondered this, Adine's request came to mind. I used Bryce's machine to make a copy of the map for her. Bryce probably wouldn't approve of me giving evidence to civilians, but I was sure he would never even realise it. Oh wow, I've just done and stolen stuff. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, read the structural damage report. According to the report, the investigation of the building was halted due to an acute danger of its collapse and the damage that the surrounding water could cause. Since the building had unknown historical and technological value, there was a plan in place to drain the water pockets. The legal permissions had not gone through yet, however, and it would take some time for the equipment to arrive. For now, the building was stable as long as it remained undisturbed, but for obvious reasons no one's allowed to enter. There were patrols guarding it day and night. Look at the time, I better wrap it up here. No pranks today, never mind. Okay, it's getting late. I better head to the police station now. Do I have everything? Let's see what Sebastian will say. What have I gathered? Did I even gather anything? Here we are. It seems like you've taken a liking to Bryce's chair. Oh yeah, settling in. Maybe I could get used to this. Don't tell Bryce though. By the way, good job calling the police when you heard Reza. It's too bad he got away again, but maybe a witness will come forward and we'll find out what happened. Alright, take a look what you got. What you've learned from the map is fascinating, if not a little unsettling. While it's good to have confirmed its origin, to know that it came from your world is something else. It raises more questions than it has answers. How could something like a whole building end up in our world? It's a mystery that needs to be answered. Not bad, thanks for your help. I'll do what I can, I know, and your help is greatly appreciated, believe me, especially since we're so short on staff right now. That's all for the day. I'll contact you if we need anything. Alright, no problem. See you next time. See ya.